Hey guys, Governor Ron DeSantis just gave one of the most blunt, unapologetic takes on the federal judge who blocked a Trump deportation flight. And he said what a lot of Americans are thinking. He didn't just call out the judge, he exposed the Supreme Court. He exposes Congress. He exposes the entire system that's letting this happen. Guys, you got to hear this. Watch the full clip because DeSantis holds nothing back.
Governor, now you have some thoughts on the judge.
Well, look, I mean, first of all, the U.S. Supreme Court had a chance to nip all this in the bud about a month ago. And they could have just been aggressive, put these district judges in their place. But, you know, the three liberal justices, they're always going to be against no matter what. And then of the six others, you know, a lot of them aren't reliable. Thomas is reliable. Alito's reliable. But you had a 5-4 where the Chief Justice and Justice Barrett sided with the liberals, kept these cases alive. And it was a different case than the one just there. But the principle is, are we ruled by the consent of the governed under elections and under a written constitution? Or are we ruled by a district judge in D.C., Hawaii, wherever the hell they can shop for a judge to find somebody? And then that trumps everything that is in the Constitution in terms of executive powers, because that's what they'll keep doing if you let that happen. So the U.S. Supreme Court needs to put a kibosh on it. I mean, forget about just whether a judge should even be involved in this to begin with. Clearly, if you have one case, judge rules against the government, that shouldn't be a nationwide injunction where the government can't act in all the other 99.9% of the cases. And so the U.S. Supreme Court could reel that in if they wanted to, and maybe they will. But you know, Congress, people say, oh, these courts are out of control. They've been out of control for a long time. It got worse under Trump 45. We knew this was going to happen. Like, this is the most predictable thing, that this is what the left would do. Congress has the authority to strip the courts of jurisdiction over certain issues. They can say you can't hear any case involving the removal of an illegal alien or the removal of certain classes. They could do that. If they wanted to do it. They haven't done that. They haven't been aggressive on it, but that's plain in the Constitution. When Jefferson became president, they had problems with judges. They just eliminated these judgeships that they had problems with. They didn't even bother. So like, none of these courts exist as a matter, other than the Supreme Court, none of the other courts even exist as a matter of constitutional right. That's purely the discretion of Congress to create and then set the jurisdiction. So, and we were talking about this earlier before we came out. If you look at how our government, not just on immigration, on everything, how our constitutional system has really been transfigured in a bad way over many, many decades. The root of the problem is Congress's fecklessness. The reason why you have so much debt, continuing resolutions, a massive bureaucracy run amok, because Congress doesn't use the power of the purse to rein it in. The reason why you have these judges doing what they're doing, because Congress has not used the authority in the Constitution to take political issues away from the courts and make sure that that's reserved in the executive branch. So I don't know. I mean, basically, if Congress isn't going to do anything, then you're hoping that the U.S. Supreme Court will ultimately put the kibosh on this. And maybe they will. And I think that the arguments that the Trump administration will put forward are the right arguments. But I've also seen them put forward the right arguments already, and the Supreme Court has not been willing to adopt those arguments yet. So we'll see what happens. But if they don't put the kibosh on this, then you're just going to have 4 years of trying to find the most liberal judge you can, file a lawsuit. They'll say nationwide injunction, and then your hands are tied from doing the job that the American people elected the president to do.
Wow, great point, guys. First off, before we even talk about this, do me a big favor and smash that like button if you're tired, guys, of activist judges making decisions that override the will of the people and the rule of law. Now, guys, we're going to break this down. DeSantis isn't just upset at one judge. He's calling out the entire system that allows a single district judge, often handpicked by the left, to stop national immigration policies with the stroke of a pen. Guys, that is not democracy. That is judicial tyranny. judicial tyranny. He points to the Supreme Court's failures to shut down these nationwide injunctions. Even some so-called conservative judges are siding with the left and letting activist rulings stand. Guys, where's the backbone from SCOTUS when it matters most? I don't understand what's going on here. And then there's Congress, right? DeSantis makes a strong constitutional argument. He said Congress could limit the jurisdiction of the courts on immigration issues, but they haven't. Why not? Is it fear? Cowardice? Or do they secretly prefer to let unelected judges call the shots so that they don't have to? Let's talk about it, guys. Do you agree? I want to know what you think. Do you agree with DeSantis that Congress has dropped the ball? Should the Supreme Court put an end to nationwide injunctions? And what do you think, guys, is the best path forward for immigration enforcement? Guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe for more straight shooting conservative commentary, guys. And if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Every little bit helps us keep the truth front and center. Appreciate everyone. I'll see you in the next video.